Namaste Yogis, and welcome back to the Yogi Blair YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. If you don't know about my channel, I'm a certified yoga instructor, and every Friday at noon I provide yoga videos. These are 20 to 30 minute yoga sequences. Some are faster paced, some are a little slower. They are 20 to 30 minutes because as of now, my channel is free. I do not make any money off of this. This is just a way for me to give back to those that either come to my classes or support me in any way, even if that's just by subscribing to this channel. So if you're here, if you're subscribed, I greatly thank you for that. It means the world to me. And when I start to build more of a following where I can monetize my channel, I will be making longer videos for all of you. But I need 1,000 subscribers to do that. So make sure that if you are not already, subscribe to my channel. Every Monday at noon on this channel, I post a wellness video, something that isn't necessarily yoga related, that promotes wellness. I do a lot of skincare, I do a lot of makeup because for me, those are some of my favorite forms of wellness. But I have been trying to branch out and talk to you guys about a lot of things that I do. So I have that every Monday. If you head on over to Instagram and follow me at yogi.blair, you'll see that I post a lot to my feed there. I post my weekly class schedule, if that's something that you're interested in. I post some inspiration, just some things here and there on my feed. I post to my story a lot about little updates each day. And every Wednesday, we do Wellness Wednesday on IGTV. It's a 15-minute quick little video talking about something that I've done in the last 7 days to promote better habits and wellness and a better lifestyle. Every Saturday, I do Skincare Saturday, where I have had a lot of people get a hold of me asking about my skin because on here, I have a series on my skincare journey. I was on Accutane, I was diagnosed with rosacea, I had cystic acne, and I've dealt with a lot as far as my skin goes, and it's really starting to kind of get to where I want it. And a lot of people have asked me how I get my skin the way it is. And a lot of people have asked me about my makeup. So that's the reason that I started that on Instagram as well. So make sure to check that out. Hang around here. Today we are doing a little yoga sequence, and today we are using a yoga strap. Now, if you don't have a yoga strap, don't fret just yet. I did get this for my birthday. My husband got this for me. I believe it was on Amazon. It probably wasn't terribly expensive. I told him not to, go buy the most crazy thing that he could. But I've been wanting one of these at home because there's a lot of great stretches that you can do with a yoga strap. And there's a lot of ways that a yoga strap can help you get into a pose the way you want. Like dancer pose, for example. For a lot of us, dancer is here, or maybe even here. And we know that the fullest expression of dancer, your leg is behind you and you reach up over your head with both hands and you can grab your foot. Using a yoga strap to help you get into that pose can actually help you get closer to that point. So I'm gonna show you some stretches with your strap if you don't have one. If you have a longer belt, your strap does not have to be this long. This is about 8 feet. And it could be, if you have a longer belt, you can use that. If you have a fabric belt like this with the little loopy ends, you could use an exercise band that's stretchy. It might not be exactly the same, but it'll help you until you can grab one of these. You could use a scarf. If you have a scarf laying around, you could tie the ends together. Because I am going to loop this strap here because I like to use mine as a loop. I think it's just a little easier to work with, and there are some poses that require that loop, and I like to just have it ready to go just in case I want to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. You are welcome to check out one of my centering videos, which I will link here, maybe. I think that centering is a huge part of any practice, and if you guys want more centering videos, I would be happy to do that for you. They're quick, they're easy. It's something that you should always do before a practice. Limbering, just gently starting to wake the body up, gently starting to stretch. Anything can be limbering. When you wake up in the morning and you stretch like this, that could be considered limbering. You're just getting your body ready for whatever movement that you're choosing to do that day. So I do have a couple limbering videos. You can check those out. We're gonna be moving a little bit slower today, but that doesn't mean that you don't want your body and your muscles to be warm. So go ahead and check out the sun salutation video that I have as well. I would be happy to make more sun salutation videos for you because there are ways to incorporate them. There are ways to sort of make your own adjustments so that it's not the same thing every single time. So I'd be happy to do that for you, but comment below and let me know what you want for yoga videos, and I'm happy to do that for all of you. I appreciate all of you watching. So go ahead and center, limber, do whatever you want to do to warm up, and meet me back here with our strap. So now that you're centered and limbered, let's come down to the mat and start with some nice deep stretches here. So go ahead and turn long ways on your mat, feet facing towards the front edge of your mat, head facing towards the back, and we'll start to recline. And just take a moment here to hug the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side if that's comfortable, but it is not necessary. If your body's calling for stillness today, then stay still. From here, we're going to take that strap and bring it around your right foot. Now gently start to extend your leg, holding on to that strap so it's a little taut. And then start to extend your left leg long. Now your left leg can flex and it can hover over your mat, or you can relax that leg down. Whatever your body's looking for today. If it wants a little more activity, you can hover. If it wants a little bit of a rest, relax your foot down. Take a big breath in and see if on your next exhale, you can guide your leg a little closer to your body. If you need to put a bend into your knee, that is always an option. Take your strap into your left hand and guide your right leg over the body for a twist. Keep both shoulder blades into the mat. Keep the heart lifted towards the ceiling. And you can gaze straight up, or you can turn the gaze over your right shoulder. And then we'll inhale to come up. See if you can pull that leg a little closer again. Exhale, start to release, bend the knee. Bring your left foot into your strap and release your right leg. Start to extend the left leg long. And again, extend that right leg how you want it, hovering or relaxed on the mat. Find some resistance in that strap. Big breath in. And as you exhale, try to guide that leg a little closer to the body. This side may be different. You may need to bend this knee. You may not be able to bring this foot as close to you. Perfectly normal. Take your strap into your right hand, and I'm going to adjust here so that I can take this twist. And you're going to let that left foot fall to the right side. Chest wants to stay up towards the sky. Look over your left shoulder if you can. Inhale. Bring that leg back up through center. Exhale, bend the knees, release the strap. Tuck the knees back into the chest, finding Apanasana. You can rock side to side, you can stay still. And then we're going to find some stillness coming through center. Bring the hands behind the hamstrings here. Extend the legs and start to rock forwards and backwards. Eventually making our way into Navasana, boat pose. Lift the chest. You can bend the knees. You can point the toes. The hands can stay at the hamstrings. Try to think of lifting that chest, drawing those shoulder blades back behind you. Bring your gaze forward. You can have a slight tuck to the chin here. And then we're going to take that strap again, and we're going to bring that strap to the feet, and then around the back of your head at the base of your skull. So you might need to readjust. You're probably going to need to tighten your strap depending on its length. You want to find a place where your strap feels pretty tight. Once you extend your legs. So from here, we want to create resistance with the feet and with the head so that we can almost feel like we're floating. So you're going to start to recline ever so slightly here. And you should be able to relax your head. Your hands can rest at your sides. This is like a little version of Karani, almost like legs up the wall, but with your strap. And it should just kind of feel like you're floating here. Not necessarily doing anything with the head. We're not holding it up. We're letting it completely rest in that strap. And the feet are completely supported with that strap holding them up. You don't have to do much work here. I've done this pose a lot in my classes, and a lot of people love it. It's a little weird at first, and it kind of takes a minute to adjust, but once you find that sweet spot, it's a shockingly calming, relaxing pose that's just really nice to do at the beginning or the end of a class. It's a good inversion. Good way to get the legs up. If you're on your feet all the time, this is a great pose to just kind of get that blood flow moving. If your feet swell at the end of the day, this is a good one to do. It's good for blood pressure to get the legs up. Good for the nervous system. And then go ahead when you're ready, bring the hands to your strap. And I just kind of like to rock a little bit to lift myself up and take my strap off. Go ahead and find an easy seat, staying facing long ways on your mat. I'm going to turn towards you, however. Any easy seat will work. You can find lotus, half lotus, sukhasana. And then go ahead and grab your strap. Wrap it around the hands. And just reach the arms up overhead. And just find where you want to be. If you need to adjust the hands, if you need more space in your strap, you want to feel a nice stretch in the front of the chest here, in the shoulders. As you inhale, start to lean to the right. Turn your gaze towards the left, up to the ceiling. Maybe that right hand even comes down to the mat. Both sits bones stay on the mat. Inhale, calm up. Exhale, start to lean to the left. Turn the gaze to the right. Inhale to come up. See if you can reach your hands a little further behind you, really opening through the chest. Lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Bringing the hands behind you. Start to lean forward, thinking of actively pulling apart that strap as you hinge. Inhale to come up, release that strap. Facing long ways on your mat. We're going to roll over hands and knees to a tabletop position. So we've got hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, spread the fingertips wide. Let's just take a couple cat-cows first. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the back for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. One more. And then inhaling to find a neutral spine. We're going to find that strap again. I'm going to take it out of the loop. And it's going to come around my left foot. So I have got my strap around the arch of my foot. And then I'm going to work that strap into my right hand over my shoulder. Coming back to your tabletop, flex your foot, start to lift that left foot in the air, and then start to take your right hand and pull that leg up. I think it's easiest to flex the foot here to keep that strap where it is. Try to find a little more length. Big breath in, exhale, release. And then switch sides. Come back to your tabletop, stack the joints, spread the right fingertips wide, flex the right foot, keep the knee in line, reach that left hand towards the front of your mat. Breathe. And release on the exhale. Getting the strap out of the way. Coming back to tabletop, walk the hands out, curl the toes, lift the hips. Find a down dog. Let's inhale to lift the right leg in the air. Exhale, step it through to pigeon. Fold forward. And then we'll inhale. And again, we're going to take that strap, bending your left leg, work that strap around your foot. This is a great prep for King Pigeon, if that's what you're working towards. So now my strap is around the top of my foot. I walk my left knee back so I'm not directly on the knee joint. And again, you can bring this strap up over your shoulder, but the idea here is to get the hands up over the head, because this is what we're working towards in this posture. Getting both hands over the head to reach for that back foot. And eventually over time, you just want to start working your hands further down that strap. Release. I really should have got a hair tie for this. Come back to your pigeon. Find length. Curl the toes. And on your exhale, find a three-legged dog. Option to reset the hips with a flow, or do whatever you need to realign the body. And then we'll inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Find your pigeon. Inhale for length. Exhale for folding forward. Then we'll inhale to come up, finding that strap. Maybe you set the hips off to the side for a moment to work that strap around the top of your foot. And then you want to square it back off, walk that right knee back as far as you can. Work that strap over your right shoulder to start until you feel comfortable to lift that left hand in the air. Woo. And eventually start to work the hands further down your strap until you feel ready to release. Inhale to plant the hands, find some length. Exhale to curl the toes, find a three-legged dog. And then back to downward facing dog. Let's inhale to look forward, walk the feet to the top of your mat. Exhale to fold, grab onto your strap here. Find a bind behind you, wringing out the shoulders. Release the hands, slowly put a bend into the knees, start to roll the body up. And let's work on that dancer pose. Let's extend the leg out in front. I'm working on my left side first because that is closer to you. Might be easier to see. I'll move back to ensure that you can see me in the camera. I've been bouncing back and forth between cameras, between my GoPro and my phone. For me, the phone is just so much easier because with the GoPro, I can never get the media to my phone. My phone's always running out of storage because the app itself is so big on my phone and I only have 64 gig of memory. I really need a new phone. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So, and the GoPro, everything just looks so far away. I feel like this is just so much easier for you guys to see, so much easier to work with because the media is already on my phone. My phone fits right in my ring light, which I hope the lighting is a lot better for you guys now that I have this light too. For me, I think it's a lot better. So just extend your foot, holding your strap. Again, you need to bend that knee, bend it. No big deal. It's always nice to do stuff like this with the wall when you're doing a lot of balancing. Now with that strap around your foot, start to work that heel to the glute. And again, working that strap up over your left shoulder or whichever side you're working on first. And then with dancer pose, the idea of this pose is to get a back bend. We're not necessarily working towards getting the chest down. We actually want to keep the heart pretty lifted here. And just start to work your hands down your strap to where they are comfortable. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Keep the knees in line. Whew, and release. And then we'll do the other side. So now my right side, taking my strap around the arch of my foot for a little version of Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Good stretch for the back of the leg here. Bend the knee if you need. Lift the heart, keep the back straight. Soft bend in that left standing leg if you need it. We never want to lock the knees out completely. And then bend that knee. Find your balance. Heel to glute. And stop here. Make sure that your left toes are facing forward. Soft bend to that knee. Work that heel towards the glute. And then when you're ready, bring your left hand to your strap and pause here. Elbows are by the head, but we're not squeezing the head. Start to get that low back bend. Lifting the heart. The wall's always good to have. Work the hands down your strap. Breathe. releasing slowly. Let that strap go. Set it down, and let's just inhale. Sweeping the arms up, exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Hop or step back, take a vinyasa. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, back to down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's inhale to lift the right leg in the air. Exhale, step it through. Let's find a warrior two. Taking your strap around the legs. We want to create that loop again. I really wanted to see what this feels like. It looked like it was fun. It looked like a great way to sort of feel into the resistance that you're creating with the front leg and back leg. So making that loop and getting it tight, creating that resistance here. Adjust your feet if you need to. And actually, I think this might be better around the shin. There it is, yes. Put it around your shin on a place that it does not hurt your knee. And this is a great way to feel getting that knee right over the ankle too. If you're somebody that struggles in Warrior Two with your knee going too far over your ankle, this is a great way to really feel what it feels like to get that external rotation in that thigh, opening that thigh up towards the pinky toes and getting that knee right over the ankle. You may need to readjust once you feel into your pose. Check in with your back leg. Make sure that it is straight and strong. If you feel like you need more resistance or less resistance, readjust. There we go. See, that feels pretty good for me. Warrior Two. And now let's just turn our right foot to the side, spin our left foot to the back of the mat, and find this on the other side without needing much readjustment. Feel that knee tracking towards the pinky toe. If you look down, you should be able to see your big toe. Find the four corners of both the feet. Feel that opposition with that strap. Sending energy from the front and back of the body, from the front and back fingers. And then we'll just inhale to release. We'll let that fall down. And just coming out of your Warrior Two, you can cartwheel the hands down. And this time to the left leg back, you can take a flow. And let's find child's pose. Inhale to come up. Find an easy seat on your mat. Again, I'm going to turn towards you. Start to stack the spine nice and long. And I am going to take my strap here. It actually might be easier to unloop it first and then re-loop it. So we're just going to wrap this underneath the ankles. And then I'm going to take it under the arch of each foot. And then bring it behind my waist. And I'm going to loop it. And again, creating that resistance, not too tight, but we want to feel that strap supporting, that it's doing something. And that's just helping the spine stay nice and tall here. And you can adjust that strap wherever it feels good to you. And then when you feel ready, after a few rounds of breath, start to unravel yourself. And then go ahead and slowly start to recline onto your back, set up for your Savasana. However you see fit, get your strap out of the way. And just take a moment to recline onto your back, roll the shoulders down the back, allow the arms to rest at your sides, palms turned up. Feet can splay out towards the corners of your mat. And I invite you to stay here for at least 5 to 10 minutes. If you have more time and you can stay here longer, that is always encouraged. Using this time for mindfulness, for meditation. Following the breath. At the very beginning of the in-breath, as it turns into an out-breath, following the out-breath as it turns back into an in-breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Stay here as long as you need. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. I wish happiness and freedom to all living things, and may the words, thoughts, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to happiness and freedom for all. I leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.